How to move to France to teach English. Teaching English in France opens a land of opportunity. And if you want to come to France, I have a solution for you, and more than one actually. Bonjour, welcome back to my channel. I'm Giga from the blog Expat in France. I am a French serial expat and a global mobility expert. I have experienced the culture shock in the UK, Ireland, Luxembourg, Argentina and Brazil. You will find here information about French admin and French culture to adjust to your French life. This video has been prepared from a blog post written by my friend Lara, an experienced French and English teacher in France. If you want to see the full version, you can head over to the blog, link in the description below. So let's start. First, why teaching in France is a good idea? Well, there is a shortage of English teachers in France. Salaries are okay for French standards. You'll find more information on the French salary in the video up there. And also, the workload is manageable. Expect your salary as an English teacher to be between 700 euro for a part-time position and 1,700 euro full-time net per month. The French education system is very demanding, so I will mainly focus on the other options than the French public system. But if this is something you're interested in, stick until the end, as I will also explain to you how you can get a teaching position as a non-EU citizen. So what certification do you need to be able to teach English in France? For that, you will need at least a bachelor's degree. You can also choose to get the CELTA, the Certificate of English Language Teaching to Adults, because it can be done in only 1 month and it will open more opportunities. It still requires a lot of studies and the 1 month training is definitely pretty intense. Now, what are your options to move to France as an English teacher? First, there is the possibility to work as a self-employed teacher. I will give you now some interesting options. Also, the best visa for self-employed is the Entrepreneur Profession Libérale visa, unless you are married to a French person. You will find more information on this visa in the video up there. So let's see some options to teach English as a self-employed teacher in France. First, you can teach English online. The advantage is that you can do one lesson after the next, you have no travel costs, and your timetable is totally flexible. Be prepared for some stiff competition though, and you will still need to declare your income and register your French business or sole proprietorship. Some platforms will allow you to fix your own tariff, and you could be earning anything between 20 to 60 euro per hour as a private online tutor. For example, you can try preply.com to teach adults or VIP Kids to teach children. You will find the links under this video. You can also choose to become a private home tutor. This is interesting if you want to do school support and work as a private English tutor for teenagers or kids, helping them with their English homework basically, or pass their English speaking exams. Though you will need some familiarity with the French school program in English. You could, for example, join a Facebook group for teachers where you will get a lot of information and even course plans. The solidarity among teachers is great. What is even more interesting is that as a private home tutor who goes to private people's home, your clients can get a 50% income tax rebate at the end of the year. For example, if they pay you 30 euro an hour, they would get 15 euros back when they do their end of the year tax return. So your services would only cost them 15 euros. This will be a great incentive for private customers to take on private English classes for themselves or their kids. You could expect to charge 38 to 40 euro per hour depending on your experience. To allow your customer to have this tax rebate, you need to fill in an online form and ask for an agrément, an approval from your local direct, the local Ministry of Labour. This form is called in French demande d'agrément de service à la personne. Also, if you're moving to France as a self-employed and don't know where to start, I have prepared a checklist for you. You can download it from my website via the link under this video. Now, if you want to teach in schools or universities, I'll give you 2 options. First, the TAPIF program is a great option. There is plenty of information online about the TAPIF. It is a teaching assistant program in France. This program centralizes job offer in French schools, and through this program, it is way easier to get your visa than requesting a work visa via the regular process. Being a TAPIF assistant is a great first step to coming to France to teach English, since it gives you access to this easier visa, but you should also know that you will get paid 780 euros per month, and you cannot officially do other job, which is very tight to pay for accommodation and living costs in France, especially if you are in Paris. Also, you do not get to choose the town where you will work, but it will be the opportunity to discover great French towns that you've never heard of, but that are definitely worth it. Also, it is recommended to have savings for your setup cost. You will only work 12 hours a week, but these are spread out all over the week. Also, you will get plenty of holidays. Unfortunately, you won't get much of an assistance to get by with the French bureaucracy as part of this program. This program is best for travelers who need pocket money, but not suitable if you need to earn a living and support a family. Then you also have the option to become a lecteur d'anglais at university. Being a lecteur or lectrice d'anglais, it's basically like being an assistant but at the university level. As a lecturer, you would have more responsibility and freedom with your classes. Depending on the university, you may also get to teach other classes depending on your experience. Your class size could range anywhere from 10 to 30 students, and you will be responsible for grading their work, and you will teach the whole class alone the whole time as well. You will get to teach from 12 to 20 hours per week, depending on whether you decided to take on extra classes. In terms of income, you will be paid the French minimum wage, le SMIC, which is about 1,200 euros after social contributions. The contract is for 1 year and you can renew it for a second year. So that would mean that you would be paid during the summer vacation when you're not teaching. Finding a lecteur or lectrice d'anglais position is not easy, but it is possible. It will be easier, of course, if you are already in France and have a local network. You will also find job ads on the website Société des Anglicistes de l'Enseignement Supérieur, and having a master's degree and teaching experience will also be an important factor to get a lecturer position at university. Ask a French person to check your CV and practice interviewing in English and in French. You should also consider applying for positions all over France to get more chances. Now, how to teach English in public school? If you want to work in French public schools as English teacher, be aware that only French and EU citizens can become civil servants. An easier option would be to be a vacataire English teacher. This means that you do not have the CAPES, the civil service competition to be a teacher, but you can do replacement in schools and fixed-term contracts. This is a very precarious status though, and you can decide to combine the vacataire work with the micro-entrepreneur status as an English teacher. The micro-entrepreneur status, which is a sole proprietorship status, is the easiest entrepreneur status to have in terms of startup costs, paperwork, and social security payments. But from an immigration right-to-work point of view, only the French spouse visa, le visa vie privée et familiale, and the 10-year residence card will allow you to cumulate a salaried position and a self-employed position. If you can do this, you will be limited to a maximum number of teaching hours per year set by the state. Lara's recommendation is to work in privately owned language school in your area and to work towards getting le numéro de formateur, to become a registered coach, and then move to eligibility to give the CPF training eligible to the compte personnel de formation. Head over to Lara's blog post to have more information on how to become a certified trainer in France. The reasons are simple: better pay, better working conditions, and independence. You can also find teaching positions in summer camps and summer schools too. In this case, you would be teaching English in France all summer. You can apply, for example, at the American Village Summer Camp in France. For those, it is recommended to start applying in April. When is it a good time to apply as a teacher in France for the other type of position? In traditional language schools or regular school, teaching jobs usually start in September until the end of June. To take on your position in September, start to apply in May, June, for example. This will be plenty of time. Now, if you find the video helpful, please give it a like. This will really help my channel. And subscribe to the channel for more expat dedicated content. Thank you for watching. Merci et à bientôt!